I don't know. Oh, I had to end that video. But I clicked the wrong button. But girls and professional men know a loser when he sees them. Probably smells bad, doesn't take care of himself, isn't jacked. His eyes are not the eyes of a killer. Girls know this more than anyone. Girls know when they see a good man. 10 out of 10 times, and I've known this for a long time. I mean, since 8th grade. Well, I mean, not grade, but since I was 14 years old. I've known this very well, but in my cowardice, I have decided to be the weak man many of the times, and many of the days, I've decided to watch TV and stuff, and not improve myself. Well, this is drifting. The reason for my lack of success is my drifting. I drift away from my goal because I forget about it, and I don't jam it inside of my head enough. I think thoughts that are bad. I think my thought patterns can sometimes not be in the language of success. I don't do everything with prestige. I don't communicate dignity all the time. I'm going on this hill. I don't communicate dignity all the time. And I don't accept my fate like I should. For example, in the movie Brave, Medina knew her fate. I am more cowardice than Medina in the movie Brave, because I didn't even want to change my fate when I had the chance, many of the times, because I was too busy in trying to cope with the fate I didn't want. At least Medina tried to go to the witch to change her fate, turn her mom into a bear, and I should have tried that a long time ago, putting efforts like that to get out of my situation under a mom who communicated absolute tyranny on her. Well, Satan has executed absolute tyranny on me, and sometimes I have accepted it and been a coward. Well, the quote from the witch in Brave is, "Fate be changed, look inside, mend the bonds, torn by pride." So true. It's so true. Because you can change your fate by mending the bond with God. And how do you mend the bond? Through the tapestry. What is the tapestry? Jesus. Mordu, in the movie Brave, Mordu represents Adam. He's the man, he's the guy who broke the tapestry. He's the first example of the man. I'm not being too super realistic here, but he was the first man who broke the tapestry and turned into a bear. Well, a bear is humans in our sin. We all broke the tapestry already, but we gotta get the needle and the thread, needle and thread, needle and thread, needle and thread. Oh, you're a beauty. And we gotta get the needle and thread, and through our actions, we can't achieve forgiveness, but Jesus will forgive us if we stop our bad habits. Jesus won't forgive us if we, let's say, watch adult content and then watch it again and watch it again. If we ask him for forgiveness every time, he's not going to deliver it, because we got to take action. We are the needle, our actions are the needle and thread. We got to break our bad habits, and we got to prove to Jesus that we are worthy of forgiveness through our actions, because you can ask for forgiveness all you want. You ask for forgiveness all you want, but you're not going to get it if you keep on doing your bad habits. And then the tapestry will save you, and well, instead of the mom, you can save yourself from being a bear. And being a bear is probably like being in hell. It represents being in hell. Well, the movie was very symbolic, even though it probably wasn't intended to be, but with my mind, I can make a meaningless movie with a horrible storyline seem interesting. Going through the road again. That's what a holy mind does. It takes something that is fricked up and makes it beautiful. The movie Brave, honestly, it wasn't good. The storyline was so crappy. But I found holiness in it. And I actually ended up watching it multiple times. Pretty embarrassing for a 16-year-old boy to watch a princess movie. But I had a lot of fun. Same with The Matrix. I watched The Matrix like 5 times, just because of the holiness inside of the movie. It feeds the mind. And it brainwashes you in a good way. Brainwashing is very real. Well, you can tell brainwashing is real because people think in a certain way. For example, like Charlie Kirk. I don't want to talk about the Charlie Kirk thing because everyone knows what happened. But the thing, what was I going to say there? But the thing is, if you watch his debates, you could tell that people are brainwashed because they think, well, thinking differently is brainwashing. Maybe somebody has ABC soup, and maybe somebody has some spaghetti noodle soup inside of their brain. Well, they're going to disagree, and they're going to try to bend each other to their will. Because we're obsessed with power and control. But we also, ideas also don't die. They only form. This is why history keeps rhyming itself. It doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes. That's why it happens in rhythm. Just like Karl Marx was the leftist of the 1840s and the 1870s. He was the communist and he was the leftist from that time. These woke people are the communists and leftists of our time. They're not the same. Karl Marx is not the same as these leftists because of people like Trotsky. He's a horrible man. But the ideas form. They rhyme. They are almost like the same. And just like I don't know what other example to give. But yeah. Cool, energy and frequency. I mean oh man. I don't know what to talk. I'm so stupid. I'm such an incompetent man that I don't know what to talk about next. What's frequency? Frequency is the level of energy you operate on a daily basis. And the horizons you have within your life. What are the horizons? Well, the horizons, I don't know what the horizons are, but it's how far you can see. How far can you see into the future and how high are your ambitions? Expand your horizons and you'll see the opportunities that come ahead. It's a grand battle planner. Like Napoleon. Napoleon planned from start to finish, A to Z, over 25 situations that could happen. He went through every single possibility. That's what expanding your horizons looks like. See infinitely in the future. Just like you're playing the game BitLife. I don't know the game BitLife, but I know you plan your entire life and execute your entire life. Or like Grand Theft Auto. You know you're gonna get to a casino. You know you're gonna have a Lambo. And you know you're gonna have a whole bunch of women. Well, how are you expanding horizons is seeing that and planning how you're gonna get there. And is your frequency at the level to achieve that? Just like we make money every day, it takes a certain amount of energy to have every day to achieve a certain amount of things. That's what frequency is. Well, when you see a man, and the highest of frequency is a man about to enter the ring into a UFC fight. That is the highest level of frequency, because adrenaline's pumping, he's getting ready for a fight, and he needs to exert all his energy at one time. Well, before he's getting into the ring, he's already exerting that energy, but he's doing random stuff like walking around and like drinking water. Well, what's your frequency level every single day? Do you live every single day like you're a UFC fighter, going into the ring? Or do you live every single day as like a guy who has zero energy, who's absolutely cooked, who's a baked man who smokes weed, with zero energy? That's what frequency is. I mean, I try to have a high frequency, but I don't tend to achieve that goal. Well, I'm not perfect, but I intend to be better. It is a different level of energy than everybody else. And it is what separates, and it's what people see in your eyes that communicate that you're a warrior. That's what frequency is. Frequency is in your AirPods. The AirPods have the frequency of a microwave. Your phone has frequency. Every single thing has frequency. The radar has frequency, just like we have frequency. We are the same as the radar. I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory or not, but everybody in a 20 distant radius can feel that heart energy, or radar, thermal, whatever, frequency, or heat waves or energy waves from 20 feet away. That's why when somebody cool goes in the room, like Kai Cenat, that's why you feel a different energy. Because it's true. It's aura. Aura is frequency. That's why certain people walk into the room and the girls feel a strong sense of biological admiration for a strong man. And that's why every single guy, when a strong man enters the room, feels intimidated. And they all look that way, and they're like, oh, this guy's an idiot. It's intimidation. That is frequency. Oh, there's light and dark. For example, you can see the Holy Spirit on some people. That is holy frequency. I mean, I don't want to blaspheme against it, but I don't know if this is right. I'm not 100% because I don't want to blaspheme. But it is a little bit true in my opinion. That could be flawed. And there's dark frequency. I mean, all you have to do is look at photos of Freemasonry and Satanism, and you'll see the energy that they have. It's very dark. Or the energy in somebody inside of like Jeffrey Dahmer. That type of man. You can see the darkness, you can just feel it. But everyone has it differently. And you can tell. And once you master the art of frequency, you can tell who people are. Women have it perfectly. Women understand, whether they know it or not, women understand frequency perfectly. Because based on the energy of the room, they know who the type of person that person is. And their feelings from the frequency tell them, do I have a good feeling about this person or a bad? And once you understand frequency, even a little bit, you get to know people, what somebody did their whole life without even only looking at him for a second. It's the ability to see inside. That's frequency. What a brilliant quote by Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla, in my opinion, was the smartest person in the history books, all of history. Napoleon is up there too. But sadly, he wasn't a scientist. There's something different about science that makes it one person smarter than another. Nikola Tesla is literally the man who created the internet. Gave birth to theories of time travel, which I honestly think are brilliant. So many people now, it's so funny. Ever since Nikola Tesla revealed his theories on time travel, everyone has thought it was possible. It's funny. But I think it might be. I think it is, honestly. Time travel. I think time travel is possible. I think Nikola Tesla probably got it right. I think it's real. Because if God can see in the future, and God said anything is possible, I think it is possible. And all of the electricity theories we know came from him. And his theories of the human body are brilliant too. I don't know much about it, so I'm not in a position to talk on this, but it is a strong feeling. I'm thinking on emotion. I'm a woman. I'm not a woman, but I'm like a woman in some ways when I just have a feeling that is right. You know, you just have a feeling. And that feeling, sometimes it's right. That's why I think Nikola Tesla is brilliant. Because I just have a feeling. You know, I don't know how he's brilliant, but I just have a feeling. And that feeling is most of the time. A lot of the times it's right, but if you only think with feelings, you're gonna end up like a woman. And no man should end up like a woman, because women are not built for survival. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I really don't know what I'm talking about, but I gotta occupy my time somehow. I mean, I gotta be home by 3 o'clock. It's like, what? 1:30? Yeah, I got so much time. I could have went to the pool today, but I don't. Yeah. What am I gonna do there? Swim? I mean, I do really want to go to the pool. Wow. I really do want to go to the pool. Walnut Grove Pool. It's the only pool I know. I know Greenaway too. But yeah. Oh, this is for my future self, and I know I'm never gonna watch this. I know I'm never gonna watch this video. It's for my future self. It is mind programming. These videos are my slave mind programming for myself. When I talk to myself, or when I talk to a camera, I program my own mind. I lay the constructs of it. It's like building a house. You need wood, you need steel, you need artifacts, maybe a little crystal in there. You need light bulbs, you need couches, TV, gym, hot tub, sauna, pool. This is how I construct my mind to think in the terms of prosperity and definiteness of purpose. I think to myself and talk to myself to do this. I don't know much, but the power of brainwashing is very powerful. And if you say something on repeat for a certain period of time, it starts to change the way you think. It really does change the way you think. And if school taught me a lot about don't want to talk about this, but school teaches you a lot about brainwashing, because exactly what they do is not in a necessarily bad way. Not in a bad way. Not at all in a bad way. But it just does. Nice bike. Yeah, I'm still on the road here. Still on the road. Oh, wow. Still biking. It's actually pretty hard biking and doing a YouTube video. Holy. Hi. Hi, I'm filming a YouTube video. Wanna say hi? So much social skills. Ugh. I remember when we used to do like sidewalk duty on here, elementary school. I was only there 3 years ago. Oh wow. See, I still remember every single day from grade 8. From January 21, 2023, I remember I could say what I did in every single day. That's what happens when you start living an interesting life. Or at least starting to try, or wanting to try. I'm a coward though, because the person who has tried in life for 3 years and still hasn't gotten rich is a coward. I've been a coward for a lot of the times. I've not tried on the days I should have tried. I've made excuses and I've drifted away from my goals, but improving on them and brainwashing myself not to do it, just like an SS soldier was brainwashed by Joseph Goebbels. Just like an SS soldier was brainwashed by Joseph Goebbels to believe a lot of, economics. The same thing applies to me when it comes to success, because I said to myself on January 12, 2023 that I was gonna become a millionaire while I had to sleep the entire school. I'm a sayer. When I say so, I'm gonna do something, I do it. And on that day, I said with passion and with energy I was going to become a millionaire soon. I have failed. It's been 2 years and I failed. Well, attempted. Failure so far. So far it is a failure. But a failure is never a failure if you keep trying. Just like Thomas Edison tried over 1,000 times to make the light bulb. The reporter had asked him, brilliantly Edison had responded, I had not failed 1,000 times to create the light bulb. I had only attempted it 1,000 times. Edison, words were brilliant, and still ring to this day. I've tried over 1,000 times. Well, how many days has it been since January 21, 2023, where I promised I would try in life, on the school bus to school skating? That was 600, 700 plus 30, 730, 730 plus, how many months it's been? How many months has it been? January to September. It's 10 months. 300 minus 8 plus 70. 730. It's been exactly 999. Wait, one sec, what day is it? January? It's been It's been exactly 1,000 days since I made that promise to myself that I'd become successful. I didn't realize it, but it's been 1,000 days since I promised myself I'd try in life. I've failed over 1,000 times because I don't think there has been one day where I haven't made a mistake. I made a mistake every single day. but it is only a attempt. Maybe I'll never get a perfect day. Maybe I'll never achieve my goals in a timely fashion. But when the day I become a millionaire, the day I have a beautiful wife and kids, which will be a day, and it will exist, will be the day I stopped making attempts, and victory had came. Victory had came. Obviously, I had victories throughout the week, throughout the month too, but nothing will compare to that promise I had made to start trying in life, and that promise changed my life, because it changed the way I thought. I had communicated it to the people I know, well, only two at the time, Hunter and Mel. Well, two people I couldn't have trusted. That's where the battle, that's why I love war. Tell somebody you don't trust something crazy. That's the fuel for war. I dare somebody to do that. Tell somebody you don't trust at all the most heinous thing in the entire world. That is war. That is where your hunger, that is where my hunger of war started. It's actually pretty fun talking for a while, but talking to myself for an hour. Do I become a narcissist? Yes. In a good way? Maybe. Who knows? Time will tell. I mean, I talk about myself so much. I try to talk about other people, but other people can't talk about themselves like I can. That's the most narcissistic thing somebody can say. Honestly. But what I really want is somebody who can talk to themselves and talk about their own progress for a straight hour. That's how much they want success. Holy, more people. Okay. One sec. So hard to film while biking. It's actually so shit. Oh wow. It's pretty nice though. I like biking. I like thinking too. I like calculating words like a chess pieces. The other day, I went to my friend Benjamin's house. And I thought to myself, on the way going back, I was thinking to myself, I use my hours like soldiers, I use my days like battalions, and I use my weeks like armies, and I win the war in a month. I win wars in a month, and I conquer nations in the year. That's how I use my time. I don't use my time like that. My hours shall be like soldiers, and my days shall be like battalions, blitzing through the Ardennes, blitzing through Belgium and taking out France. Just like on a front line, a military front line, an enemy would take out another enemy. Just like I'll use my time as hours, as soldiers and troops and battalions and cavalry to take out the enemy using time. People with their time don't mobilize it. They don't turn their time into soldiers. They don't turn their time used in Nazi Germany. The word Krieg was the most popular word in that, probably the most popular word in Nazi Germany, and it meant war. It was war in German. The Kriegsmarine, Total Krieg, they used it all the time, and it's why they were so effective. Because they'd brainwashed themselves to be in a wartime economy. But Joseph Goebbels would make a speech to his people. He would say, use your hours like troops, use your days like battalions, and make your year take out a nation. That's very motivating, honestly. Like him or hate him, that is very motivating. And studying from the enemy, not the enemy is Satan. The Nazis were just their opposition. They are not the devil. They were not the devil. They were our opposition. But we gotta learn from our opposition. We gotta learn from our allies. People like Franklin D. Roosevelt. Learn from him. Learn from Dorothy. Learn from Carlos II. History is where the learning is achieved. Because after a certain point, after books are written, they don't change. They're not bend or wield to our modern day personas. This is why we gotta listen to books that are from like the 1920s. I only watch videos that are over 10 years old. Well, I don't, but I tend to. I only read books from the 1920s or under, because in the 1920s, 100 years ago, our political bias is nowhere to be seen. People like John D. Rockefeller and Napoleon Hill didn't know what our culture looked like. They spoke the truth of the old world. And they used profound vocabulary. That's why I read their books. So I'm not influenced by the world we live in today. And I don't speak the language, the world we live in today. If I do that, death will come to me very fast. And we live in a world now where death comes to people very quick. Well, death and sin are the same thing. Sin comes to people very, like cavalry, like horseback, very fast, like a light tag. Sin comes to us very fast, because we've designed a world where sin is normal. So we must go read books. That's why I read books. I read the books in a world where sin wasn't normalized, so the mentality of the Christians don't change. Christianity, since the 1920s, has willed and weavered through because of culture. Hi, I'm in a YouTube video. I tell everybody I meet that. But yeah, I'm getting a place to make a video because this is not good. I mean, I'll post this, nobody will watch it, but oh shit, I can cross. Cool, but I need somewhere to sit down so I can not bike, so I don't have to bike and do this. Wow. am I gonna think? Well, this is what I would do on a daily basis on a bike ride. Either I'll be biking to the McLeod Field or whatever park is nearby, so I could go, I don't know, do some random shit. But well, I just got past a shit show of traffic to get here. Hi, I'm making a YouTube video. See, I'm so cool. Yeah, I don't know. No, people don't like that. But yeah. But, you know, you can take risks in front of people you won't see ever again. Oh, wow. Going to McLeod. Sit on the bleachers. Or on the grass. And then I'm gonna try to get some ideas out of my ass. Or think of some ideas right now that I could talk about randomly. I know I'm not talking to anyone, but my future self will see this, and my mind is being programmed right now. I'm rewiring my mind to be more efficient. Self-brainwashing is what we do every time we have a thought. Oh wow, they're doing construction here. Okay, that's not good. Well, maybe we can hop the fence and maybe, like, I don't know, do something, go on the podium, something like that. Okay. We're right by LSS. Holy. I'm not gonna talk about politics or anything. Politics is of the world. Politics is stupid in itself. It is for rich people. I don't think a poor man can talk about politics like a rich man can. Only 2 years ago, how many days was it ago? Well, about 700 days ago, we went and we played baseball in this field right over here. What was I thinking in that time? Well, I was thinking, we're all dust. That's actually exactly what I was thinking. We're all dust, and is this hell? That's exactly what I was thinking. I also had a thought when there were some other kids who were in grade 7, and like, hey, are you guys in grade 7? I was like, no, we're in grade 8. We're too big to be in grade 7. But yeah, those were about the only two thoughts I had, other than envious, disgusting thoughts about myself and some other people. I also did think, where are we all gonna be by the time high school is done? I thought that too. Those are the only 4 thoughts I had. Yeah, approximately. Well, we're all dead. Like, is this how we die? Just like this field? I'm gonna rehearse the thought I had back when I was in grade 8. Is this how we all die? Is this how it all ends? Well, why don't we just freaking kill ourselves? Why do people try to dominate all the dust in the world? What's so valuable about it? It wasn't too deep of a thought. It was just that. I mean, I was a much more profound, deeper thinker in grade 8 than I am now. I was much more smarter than I was there when I was now. Holy. I'm literally just walking around. Well, you can either be the quiet kid who thinks about nothing. Somebody talks to you and they don't got anything interesting to say. I know I have been that kid a lot. But you can also be the quiet kid who actually thinks about important, profound things. You don't have to, well, something somebody else said changed me a lot. Well, you can either be a kid with autism who's like Albert Einstein, or you can either be that kid with autism who's a fucking idiot. Well, I'm the quiet kid. I can either be a quiet kid who thinks nothing and gets nowhere in life because he cannot communicate, or you could be the quiet kid who does shit, has profound thoughts, who gets rich, and is like a little mysterious guy. Like, be cool. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah. It's like pick your character type stuff. I want to get in this field, but how am I going to do it is the question of the hours. I really don't know how. Everything's locked up and I don't know how I'm going to get my bike up over here. Yeah, this shit's locked. A couple of days ago, we were playing a shot put over here. What else do I remember about that? We were practicing for sports day. It was about June 2. No, not June 2. It's about... One sec. It was about May 2. May the 2nd, 2023. Playing shot put on there. Where Judah and Seb were the top ones. I was flexing my abs, and my friends tried to get a hammer and hammer it. I thought I was really cool. A girl named Maria was watching. I remember that. I was like, what the heck is going through her head? That's actually what I was thinking that day. Well, that peak. What's going through that girl's head? Well, not in a bad way and not in a good way. I was just wondering. Embarrassing thought. Honestly. But then we had a 100-meter dash. I had it with 100 mo. People I cannot trust. Two untrustable people who I had strong ties with that weren't strong. Well, there's no respect in their relationship, which is my fault. I was not a respectable person. But also, and Jude was running around over here, right on the grass, in the middle of the grass field. Oh shit. Okay, that's not good. And Kyle was trying to climb the thingy, that bidding, that's 2 poles over there. I think he did it. Can't remember though. But I do remember most days pretty vividly. And the teacher was trying to get us to go. The guys had their shirts off, but it took like 10 minutes, I know, 5-10 minutes just for us to get off the field. PE teacher was not happy. Oh, I remember the time when I lost my phone and Mr. Bauman had it in his pocket. It took me about 3 hours on May 25, 2025 for me to retrieve the phone because I was so scared to talk to the principal. And what else happened? I did long jump. My parents watched that one. I did shit. I said that long jump was my favorite one, but it wasn't. I didn't talk to much people that day. Oh, what else happened in that day? I played a game of chess. I played the 4 knights, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, knight c6, knight c3, knight f. Nope. Yeah, 4 knights. I don't know if that's correct. And I played the Scotch variation of that game on May 25, 2023 on the stands. I ended up winning that game because I had put my rook on the rook b6, and he made the bad move and he put his queen on the d7 square, and I took his queen and I ended up winning. It's a 4 knights Scotch variation. Holy, I'm just I can't get in. I have to go all the way around to get to McLeod. Holy, I'm gonna have to ask a kid how. All the kids are leaving school right now. At least I think they are. Holy, I'm gonna have to ask for the time. I act like I'm not filming a video. But I'm in Langley Secondary School. I'm just on the campus, you know. Weird. Nice campus too. It's weird how I could just walk into somebody else's school. But I'm not gonna go inside, obviously. But this is weird. But I have to do it. It is also a public school, so it's not as weird. I just want to. Okay, maybe I'll go on the side of the road. Whatever. They probably think I'm a student. This school's so big that, like, this school's actually so huge that I could pretend to be a student and be successful. Like, not in class, but just like at recess time. Because I don't think everyone knows everyone. I think there's some... It's not like Credo. Credo's an amazing school. It's the top. Credo is top. Yeah, Credo is the top of all schools. And Credo's the upper echelon of all schools. And I truly believe that Credo is it's the pinnacle of school, in my opinion. Not much schools are more, the people there are amazing. And I don't imagine the same about much other schools. There's a lot of people over here. I'm literally on the campus right now. Oh, look. All the classrooms. Holy. Oh yeah, get it, holy. Ha, good one. Yeah, I'm super smart. This is like a vlog. I could be a vlogger. I'm gonna be a vlogger. Jake Paul. I kinda gotta shut up here. But yeah, welcome. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the vlog. Liam over here, you know, going to church. And you know, got the Jake Paulers with me. I'm just Jake Paul, but better. There's like a whole class here. I'm a foreigner. I could have asked them if they wanted to be in the vlog, but I didn't. dab on the haters. But yeah, vlogging. Actually, I could be a vlogger. I don't think anyone would give a shit what I do in a day. But yeah. Holy, I'm such a narcissist. The amount of times I've said I is insane. I'm such a narcissist. Holy. Wow. That's narcissism. I mean, bending somebody to your will is not a good thing to do. Not a good thing to do. Trying to like manipulate people, not good. But I don't think it's narcissistic to care to be a self-nationalist. Just love God more than anything else. That's the rule for narcissism. I do love myself. I gotta admit, I admitted that in grade 8, going to band class. I told my teacher, Miss Vandergugten, that I do love myself, but I love God more than myself. I'll never love anybody more than God. Well, if you love yourself more than God, you're gonna end up, that's what a narcissist is created. And yeah. Going to McLeod Field right now. In pursuit of greatness. I'll show you this. Dang, it's pretty sexy, right? Oh, stupid pride sidewalk. I'm gonna spit on this thing. Dude, I gotta make jokes, like, oh, I'm just not creative enough. Maybe I'll like get an editor, Logan, bending somebody to my will. Boom. I don't need to spit on every single one. But yeah. Actually, there's a second one. I know how I'm gonna enter. Boom. Spit on it. Ha! Students are not permitted to go in the stadium during school hours without supervision. Well, it's not school hours for me. Haha. I go to online school. What's up? Wow. This is a beautiful field. This field is so beautiful. Hi. Okay, I'm biking. Biking on McLeod Field. Took forever for me. I was sitting in the 5 position. Wait, no, in the 1 position in grade 8. In grade 8, I was running along here. Let's switch the camera. I don't know how to do that. I'll switch. This is how I'm doing it. This is probably how fast like some of my classmates are going. But yeah. Now I'm at McLeod Field. I actually want to go on the bleachers. I've always wanted to go on the bleachers alone. Just like see how cool that is. Like that's like the coolest thing to me. This is where I don't know what happened here. I know over there is a shot put. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is 100 meter. Yeah. Oh, the smell of this field is so good. I'll remember it one day. But yeah, beautiful. This is so good. I love this place. More appreciation for shit. Public services. And we're paying 40% taxes for this shit. Oh no, that's worth it. 40% taxes for this. It is beautiful though. But I do think our taxes could be used for better stuff. Like, I hate communism. Communism's terrible. But at least their tax dollars went somewhere. Like, this is where our tax dollars go. It is beautiful, but like, give us more. I'm greedy. Like, the government used to give them a house and everything, and they used to pay 40%. We're paying 40%, we're not getting shit. Like, I'm not a communist, but the government, a communist government, gave more to their citizens than ours, which is very sad, knowing our taxes are 40%. Approximately. But yeah, I think that's stupid. Especially being a rural folk. Feels weird. I'm not an old guy. I can't say that. I'm not in a position to say that. Holy. Don't say that. Words have power. I mean. Oh, wow. Yeah, say, oh, wow. Good. I just vlog. It actually sucks having to hold my phone everywhere. But yeah. I'm not trying to be a good vlogger. I just drank Prime. See, I gotta mention everything I do. But like, Prime, the thing is with Prime, it's good. Shit's good. But, it's, like, it's actually so good being thirsty and having Prime. I could drink 10 of these. It doesn't taste that good. When you're hydrated, Prime is shit. But when you're dehydrated, I could drink 10 of these. Honestly. But yeah, I have no idea what time it is. There's a guy. They tried a challenge to only drink Prime for a week. I think he drank 8 bottles of Prime per day. He ended up with throwing up and shit. Recycle bin. No shit. I really want to put it in the garbage, but I care about the ocean. I think it is 0.0000001% chance it's a better decision. Maybe if I do this, an old woman will get her groceries. So I'm putting it in the recycling bin. See, good photos. What's up, guys? We're in the vlog. See, that's how you be cringe. That's how cringe is made. Oh yeah, the Logan intro. I gotta practice my intros. Okay, let's say I'm biking. I gotta rest my bike somewhere. This thing is probably screaming at me, telling me not to ride it. Oh, I remember on the last sports day, I was debating to myself whether I could jump off right over there. I walked on it for one last time, and I was just like, could I do it? Could I not? I was really about to do it. Holy, I need a charger. Oh man. My phone's almost dead. Not a good time for my phone to be dead. Because I'm just vlogging. I didn't bring a portable charger either. Okay, well, should put my bike right over here. But yeah, should go to the top over here. My future kid self can look at this. Oh, this feels so good. it felt so good. I remember. Hi. Oh, remember. Oh, I remember you're playing soccer right over here. Look how beautiful that looks. So beautiful. I don't know what you just saw, but grade 1 I was sitting just over there. Grade 2 I was sitting just over there. Kindergarten I sat over there. Preschool I sat over there for the kindergarten race. And grade 3 I sat right over here in this area. Talk about photographic memory. 4th grade. I don't actually remember. Don't remember. Grind these. Heck no. I wouldn't. No. Don't feel like dying. And it's also, I'm a wimp. I accept it. I'm a wimp. Okay, then grade 5. I sat over here. Hi. Are you looking for anything?
No, I'm just downstairs.
Oh, that's good. Grade 8, I sat just over there. Grade 6, I sat over here. Grade 7, I sat just over, literally right here. Photographic memory. Oh, wow. And then, speech would happen over there. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Hi. Doing a vlog. Okay. Do you want to say hi? Big dab. Okay. Beautiful bike. And I'm gonna try to run. Run like a black hat man because I got money in my pocket. See, boom, so cool. Okay. I'm gonna run backwards. Just like in Stranger Things, says upside down. Okay, I'm gonna. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so bad. Oh, you don't know me, son. You don't know me, son. They don't know me, son. I'm a horrible runner, by the way. When I was little, I could run. I mean, I thought I was good, but I sucked. I remember lying to everyone that I got in like 30th out of 200, but I got 50th. But yeah, and I became so delusional that it became true. I'm more times. Not two, I'm pretty sure. Stay hard! See, I'm so motivating. Oh, that prime is not sitting well in my stomach. Canada, shitty country, you did nothing, you have zero history. Hey, Canada has 1700, 1812 history. Nothing else. Stay hard. So motivating. Boom. Finish line. That prime did not stick well in my stomach. I'm gonna end the video. Hope you have a good day. Bye.